Are you sure you want to start the live? Yes. Good morning, Shortridge High School and Shortridge High School community. I will be turning the event over to the National Chinese Honor Society and to take us through this program.
Hello, Shortridge staff and students. My name is Catlin.
And my name is Cece Goff. As you may know, there has been a dramatic increase in hate against the Asian community.
Even though this event is focused on the Asian American hate crimes, we would like to recognize the racism and discrimination that the Black community has faced. The National Chinese Honor Society supports and stands with you. During this event, we will have a few words from Principal Thomas, and then we will have 2 minutes of silence to reflect on all of the lives that were lost and threatened.
We will also have a few words from the President and Vice President of the National Chinese Honor Society, Moreno and Ziv Zellars. And finally, Superintendent Johnson. We'd like to thank those who have reached out to us and shown your support. It means a lot to us.
Principal Thomas will now speak.
Cece, Ella, Roman, Zev, I want to thank you for this opportunity to work with you, beside you, and to share a few remarks that I'm honored to be part of this conversation. Shortridge, as the tragic events today, the violent events today, here in our own Indianapolis community with the mass shooting at the FedEx facility, reminds us that hatred and violence is always present. However, in striking and vivid contrast, I want to emphasize the importance of our work here at Shortridge that focuses on social justice, which is reflected in our mission, our courses, our IB Learner profile and programs, and this venue right here that we're presenting in today, the World Changing 101. All of these things are focused on equipping and empowering our students to be change agents, to overcome this hate, this ignorance, with knowledge, clarity of purpose, and strength to take action. As Dr. King's often quoted statement, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. The work, the passion, the commitment of the students here today in this presentation, presenting today to us from the National Chinese Honor Society, epitomizes King's words. To shine a light upon the darkness. Their declaration, which has been shared with our school earlier, with the Indianapolis Public School Board and with Superintendent Johnson, that calls upon Shortridge to continue this work, to fight against hate and ignorance and violence. And the sheer fact that we are having this conversation today, brought to us from our students that are holding us here at Shortridge, the Blue Devils, accountable, is a testament to this commitment to students' agency and voice. And we at Shortridge, I as your principal, I want to reaffirm a pledge that we made this summer in our Black Lives Matter pledge. A few items that highlight this kind of work that our students are doing with us today. And that pledge commits us as faculty, as leaders, as students, to grow as educators, learn from people of color and of all oppressed people throughout the world. It's a commitment to build a school climate that is restorative and culturally responsive, to incorporate trauma-informed and anti-racist pedagogies, and to prioritize diverse voices in our curriculum and to uplift stories of marginalized people and the pursuit of justice around the world. To make all voices heard in the classroom and school, to be receptive to the feedback from the students and families, and to seek advice and collaboration from the community. Its commitment to educate students of all backgrounds, to foster a love of diversity, equity, inclusion, and to support students in making a world a more just place. And to fight alongside our students for equity and our commitment throughout the service learning, political and civic advocacy, and peaceful protest. And lastly, to listen and be heard, to be held accountable to these statements. So students, I am humbled to be your principal. I am so proud of the work that you've done, and I stand by you in our fight against hate, racism, discrimination within the Asian American Pacific Islanders communities. And as we quote multiple times, too many times this year, we see you, we love you, and we stand with you. So students, thank you for your advocacy today, for this week, your ongoing fight against these evils of our world, your work, and for holding Shortridge accountable for this important work. So I'm again humbled to serve as your principal and honored to be asked to speak today. So thank you for that opportunity.
Thank you, Principal Thomas. We will now have our 2 minutes of silence. Thank you. The President of National Chinese Honor Society will now speak.
Hello, everyone. My name is Roman Moreno, and I'm a senior and the President of National Chinese Honor Society. Vigil was formulated by all members of the National Chinese Honor Society and wanted to give a huge thanks to everyone for contributing their opinions, perspectives, and beliefs. On Thursday, April 8, 2021, the National Chinese Honor Society had its second meeting with Superintendent Johnson and IPS Board Commissioner Allen. We were inspired by their grit and determination of being able to express our opinions with no judgment, all while being vocal on the need to observe the lives that were lost on March 16, 2021. We hope that you consider this vigil as a way to reflect, observe, and educate yourself on the racial injustices our fellow Asian American and Pacific Islander friends, acquaintances, co-workers, and more face on a daily basis. And NCHS plans to keep pushing and promoting the AAPI declaration that we have made, whether this is within the school, the district, or just in the local government. We hope to have our current members and the future members of this honor society and all of you, members of the Blue Devils community, keep pushing support for this document and any other documents or events that affect Asians across the whole entire world. Now, I would like to introduce our special guest, the Superintendent of Indianapolis Public Schools, Superintendent Alicia Johnson.
Thanks, Roman, so much. And thanks to Cece, Ziv, and the team, Emma, who've done so much work to plan this event, and thanks for the invitation to be with you. It has been a really hard day. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but I see I'm failing already. been a very hard day. It's been a very hard week. And as I've grieved this morning, I've been reminded yet again of how tied and connected we all are to one another, how our destinies and our lives are connected, how we're impacted by what happens to others around us. I'm devastated by this senseless loss of 8 members of our Indianapolis community and the many others who were injured and will be forever changed by last night's shooting at FedEx. I've gotten text messages of relief from members of our IPS family whose loved ones are safe, but also messages of pain and hurt for those who've been harmed. I'm devastated by the tragic killing of Dante Wright earlier this week in Minnesota, by the recent news and details of Adam Toledo's death in Chicago. We are all trying to process and make sense and carry all of these things, even as our community is still working to make sense of and honor the lives of those who were taken in the Atlanta shootings that specifically targeted the Asian American Pacific Islander community just 1 month ago, just a month ago. Today is a day where it can feel hard to be hopeful when there's so much tragedy that surrounds us. But my hope genuinely and authentically comes from you all, our young people, because I've not only been impressed and inspired by the students I've been able to talk with over the past couple of weeks, because you all are doing the work to actually create the world that we aspire to exist for you. But I've also been challenged by you. And those are the times that I think as humans, we grow the most, when we feel uncomfortable, when we're challenged, and when we know we can stretch and do better. So today, as a Black woman, I stand with you and against those who may try to divide us in our communities. I deeply believe that we are stronger when we are together. And as a district, we stand with you to ensure that we model and rise to the aspirations that we hold for ourselves and the expectations that you hold for us. I know that together we can accomplish what it is that we want to accomplish. And I'm so grateful and thankful for all that you have done. And I'm so hopeful for the world that will continue to get to strive to build together. So thanks for allowing me to be with you today.
Thank you so much, Superintendent, for just your kind words and reflection of the events that occurred today at FedEx and entirely for these past few months. And we want to thank you, everyone who's watching, for your time and undivided attention. If you're looking for more resources on educating yourself and your friends, make sure to check out IPS's Say Their Name Toolkit for ways to incorporate these hard but very necessary conversations with your friends and family. We hope they have a good rest of your day and weekend. 周末愉快，再见。